Me and my girlfriend had moved in pretty early together, at 2 months of being together, due to her crazy ex-mother-in-law harassing us. During this time, I had been working and got us a new apartment with better security and way better than the last. The day before move-in, she gets drunk and I'm sober watching over her child, 8 Mo. We had friends over. My buddy brings his cousin and she starts to blacking out, and he tries to make a move on her and added her on socials. I kick everyone out to get some sleep. We end up arguing and bickering, almost breaking up then. She got physical during our argument. I excuse it for her being blackout, but it was camera. I decide this is a fresh start, no ex-drama, no crazy friends, and we weren't drinking. The week after move-in, she decides when I'm sleeping to go through my phone. She finds nothing besides this girl who had been swiping up on my Snapchat stories, and I responded one time with "that's cool." The girl complimented my cat and had said in previous stories me and my GF were cute. Probably should have unadded her in her eyes. I just leave people on scene though. This causes a big fight where once again she gets physical, but sober, and says she's leaving and that I'm cheating. We end up talking it out, and I gave her the promise ring early. I was going to give her at 6 months, which was in a couple weeks. Bought flowers, wrote a giant love letter apologizing. Then comes up 3 days ago. We're talking and she says maybe we need space, and what about long distance? I told her I don't do long distance, it has never worked out in the past, and I'm not a fan. If that's the case, we can break up and I'll support whatever decision she makes. She then gets irate. We start arguing, throwing verbal jabs, saying I don't love her. She grabs a butcher knife and tried to cut me. I ended up holding her arms, telling her to calm down. She then goes to the bathroom with said knife, proceeds to cut herself and me in the process. We argue. I start filming at this point because I've been through this before. I get her calmed down and chilled out enough, get to the bed, she crashes. I decided to go through her phone when she slept. I find out she had been texting said guy since that night, had a plan to go to a hotel to cheat on me, as well as bragging about hitting me when he asked about me in the messages. She then also, her best friend, she had recently started sexting and saying she was in love. This is 2 a.m. I decide to go to sleep, and in the morning tell her she will have to leave my apartment since she wasn't on the lease because she was a felon. She then becomes irate, stating she's not fucking leaving, and then hits me and tries to choke me. My sister and her husband hear the commotion, and since we live together, are just in the living room. I ended up calling the cops because she wouldn't leave, and she is now charged with 4 counts of DV enhanced with harassment and child abuse. I was justifying this for the longest because her ex was in prison for beating and raping her. She didn't have a family life really rough childhood, but I realized I dodged a bullet. Part of me still loves her. The state is pressing charges. I said I wouldn't, my parents want me to, and all my friends. At some point, I feel really bad because I know she needs help. As well as for the baby, I grew attached and projected the idea of a family. But then this could have gone way worse. I could have lost everything. She tried to make accusations against me. Only thing saving me is every time either my security camera, a friend, or family had film of it. I know I shouldn't care or tolerate the disrespect, and that she probably never loved me. She didn't work, she didn't support on any aspect, and I was probably a free ride. It hurts, but I'm moving on from all of this. My support system is amazing between friends and family. I'm thankful for it all. I did come to find out she was already on probation for trying to run her ex over with his car. IDK, I just decided to share. If you're going through this, leave before it gets to any of this. Or if you're and haven't left, just leave. It'll save you the pain and trauma.